name is Karen Finnan. I'm a musculoskeletal physiotherapist and I'm the director of Online Physio. Now, when we think of digital health, we often think of big, expensive technical platforms or big engineered gadgets. And look, this puts it out of the reach of a lot of small health services and health businesses. So I'm here today to show you that there are loads of low-cost and no-cost tech tools that small health services and businesses can use to become more effective and more efficient and more tech-savvy. So who am I? Well, yes, I am a physio, and a recurring theme that I kept finding in my health career was I kept ending up in rural and remote areas, from country Victoria to the Northern Territory, and then to where my story really starts in 2008 when I landed in East Timor. So I chased a boy over to East Timor. Now, he did end up becoming my husband, so that's a happy ending there. But while he was working there, I had to keep myself busy. So I launched East Timor's first ever private physiotherapy practice. Now, for those of you who don't know, East Timor is a small developing nation just near Indonesia, and there were thousands of expats working there at the time to help rebuild it. So for 3 years, we lived and worked there, and I saw people from the UN, from the United Nations, from the Australian Federal Police, from embassies, all of those people who were working in the country at the time. Now, after 3 years, it was time for us to move back to Australia, and I felt a real duty of care to the people who I would no longer be able to help. They had non-urgent musculoskeletal issues that I would no longer be seen. So I actually thought to myself, you know, a lot of these people just need a qualified ear to listen to what's going on, to come up with a working diagnosis and give them a rehab plan to follow. They're quite happy to do the rehab themselves, they just wanted to make sure that they were doing the right thing. So on my husband's encouragement, I launched Online Physio and unknowingly sort of launched myself into the world of telehealth, and that was 2011. Now, when I launched Online Physio, I was a great health professional, but I was hopeless at business and I didn't know a lot about technology. And I worked out really quickly that I had to become a whiz at both if this was going to work. Now, fortunately, with a lot of training that I then went into, I discovered a real passion for technology and simple tech tools that could make my business run more efficiently and more effectively. Now, over time, I would then have health professionals approaching me and saying, what tool do you use for this, or what tech tool do you use for that? And I started to discover that a lot of allied health services and businesses have three main problems that they're facing. They want to be able to reach out to more people, they want to be able to earn more money or funding in some cases, and they also want to be able to free up and create more time. So the earn more money couldn't just come from seeing more patients because there's a cap on how much time that you have to be able to do that. And so when I looked at the technology tools that I was using in my health service, I realised that there were 6 main areas that I was applying technology to make them run better or more efficiently or save me time. So today I'm going to go through 2 tech tools for each of these 6 areas that you can apply to a small health service or business right away to make you more efficient and more effective and more tech savvy. So let's start with branding. Now, health consumers are judging us by the way we look. It's very visual now, the things that we're seeing and doing online, and people are making a decision by the way a website looks or a brochure looks or a poster looks. So for those of you out there who don't have an in-house design team, you would usually relate one-on-one with a designer. You're sort of locked into their way of working, their funding, and if they go away, you know, the whole work comes to a standstill. So 99 Designs is a design marketplace where you can post a design brief and you'll have a number of designers compete for your business. You get a range of different options, you can look through them, you can improve the designs to your feedback, and at the end of the day, if you're not happy with any of them, you don't have to pay a cent. Now, for smaller in-house jobs that you've got to do, like maybe designing a Facebook banner or a poster for an upcoming course or service, it's not something you want to go through that big process to do. So Canva is a fantastic online design tool that you can log into yourself. It's very simple to use, drag and drop. You can make great looking things for social media, for your in-house work, and it's low cost or free depending on what elements that you use. Now, moving on and looking at content. Now, content is key to get our message out to our patients before they come to our door or before they book an appointment. Because before they're looking at booking an appointment, they're Googling their condition online or they're Googling their symptoms online. And we want it to be our information that they find when they're doing that, so that they then know that they can come to your service and get that great care that they need. Now, we know that visual imagery or photographs draw the eye more. So say you have a blog post, you're going to get more eyeballs on that if you've got an image attached to it. Now, ideally, that would always be your own personal images that you'd taken yourself, but it's not always possible. So a stock image site like Stock Unlimited allows you to pluck a great quality image that you can pop on that blog post and suddenly get a lot more traction. Moving on from images, and we know that video content is king at the moment. We all have a video camera in our smartphone. It's very easy to make quick and simple videos ourselves online, but there's a lot of them out there. So how do you cut through and make yours seem better quality? Well, Splashio allows you to quickly and cheaply generate the little bits of video footage that go at the start and the end of your video. Think a little bit of music, your logo swooshing onto the page, and then going into the video that you've made. And at the end, a similar sort of thing with a call to action. What do you want people to do after they've watched your video? Book an appointment, go to your website, download an ebook. Splashio will easily make those little bits of footage that you can use again and again on any videos you make for your health service. All right, products. I feel that this is the biggest opportunity that we as health service providers have, because we think of our main currency as our service, and that takes our time and energy to provide. Products, digital products, can take all of our health information and put it in a format that can then be broadcast out to many with then less time input from us. Health and fitness industry does it really well. Think Michelle Bridges and her online fitness program. She creates it once, she can suddenly reach a lot of people. So an education tool like Video Hero teaches how to make those video courses and content much better quality so that people are willing to pay for it. It could potentially be an additional income stream for you. And then once you've got all that content, you can put it together into a program. You need somewhere to put it. And there are now online course platforms like Thinkific that allows you to set it up. People can go through your content. They can even do little quizzes at the end, download a completion certificate, head to a discussion board, rate your course at the end. And there can even be payment gateways tied in with that. All right, marketing. Now, I don't care what type of industry you're in, public, private, whatever, we all need to market ourselves better, because that is about getting our health message out where it's needed. But we need to do it for not much money, right? SourceBottle is a website where journalists go to seek expert comment on articles that they're producing. It's also where those experts can go to nominate themselves to be picked for these type of things. So think a journalist who's writing an article for Good Health magazine on knee pain in runners. She puts a call out to physiotherapists, podiatrists, exercise physiologists. You can respond, you can work with that journalist, and suddenly your name is broadcast through a national publication like Good Health magazine, and you've all done it for zero pay. No money up front. This is another best kept secret. Bren is an app that you can download to your smartphone, and it is simply a plethora of free educational videos on all aspects of marketing, digital marketing, SEO, Facebook ads, all of that sort of stuff that is often beyond us. You know, as health professionals, we're great health professionals. Marketing is just a whole nother world, but it's so crucial for us to get our messages out there. So Bren is a great little tool to have in your phone. If you're looking up something how to do in terms of your marketing, I can assure you there's a video on it, all for free. All right, how can we support our patients better, but at the same time, make our life easier for ourselves as well? Well, you might have noticed going to websites these days that often down in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little live chat feature. So you can type a question and in real time, someone will respond to you and give you the information that you need. Well, this is something that I think we have to start considering more in our health world as well. There are a number of different platforms that enable you to do it on your website. TDO Chat is one that we've recently put on the Online Physio website. It has definitely dramatically increased incoming inquiries and increased them converting into actual patients online. We need to be open to new ways for patients to communicate with us. We're very stuck in the ring up and make an appointment. So carrying on from that, online appointment booking. This is something that the health and beauty industry has been getting right for years. You go to the Indota website, you can book online. Well, we're not doing it so well in the health world, but health consumers are increasingly demanding it. Some practice management softwares will include the ability to put online bookings on your website as standard. Others will charge you an add-on fee for that, which is a little bit cheeky. But I think it's something we all need to think about and work towards. We need to decrease the friction to our patients getting to us and booking those appointments that they need. It also decreases the burden on the administrative staff, or even for small solo practitioners, you having to do these admin calls and stuff yourself. And our final area, the team. How can we make it easier for the team and the people that we work with to get all the same information and doing the right things at the right time? Well, Google Sites are a simple and free thing you can use. Think of a living, breathing, searchable, workable policies and procedures manual. So instead of it sitting on your shelf gathering dust, this acts just like a website, but it's just not searchable on the main public domain. No one can find it except for your team. But you can set it up like a website so that people can search for the processes that they need. You can add videos, you can add pictures, and you can even control access as to who can see that information. If you have payroll or HR information, you can make sure that's only those people who see it. If you have clinical information or health professional stream information, you can ensure only those people have access to it. It's free to do, it's easy, and it just puts everything all in one spot. And if you're a private business, instantly it will increase the value of your business. Having all your processes recorded in one spot will increase business valuation. And finally, a problem that I'm sure we all have, and that is password management. It's getting out of control. And we've all seen the post-it note on the computer screen with the password written on it. What a disaster. So LastPass allows us to control access to the passwords. If we're accessing a number of tech systems in our health business, LastPass will let you share the access to those systems without people actually seeing the password. And it also means if a team member leaves your service, you can block access to that person. Even just for on a personal level, save yourself the time of hitting the lost password link or looking up or scrabbling around for bits of paper. LastPass will control that all for you safely. So leaving you with a few thoughts. I think in the world of digital health, we've got to think about where are our repetitions? Where are we repeating the same administrative actions? Where are we answering the same questions from patients? Or where are we giving the same bits of advice or information? Are there ways that we can digitally capture that to suddenly save your time in doing all those actions? It's also important too to set boundaries for your technology use. It can become very overwhelming. And if that's the case, it's often because there's too many push notifications coming in, or you haven't set cut-off times for yourself. We need a bit more discipline with that. And finally, if used well and effectively, technology can actually replace a person doing that role, but obviously no sick leave, no holiday pay. They can be set up to run the systems efficiently so that less manpower is actually required, and that saves everyone money. I'm always on the hunt for new and cool tech tools, so if any of you have any, I would love to hear them. I would love to keep in touch. Thank you.